The United Nations has urged Afghanistan's neighbours to keep their borders open, potentially allowing tens of thousands of people fleeing fighting against the Taliban to reach safety. Aid agencies are warning of a humanitarian catastrophe as the militants continue their lightning advance across the country. Latest reports suggest they now control another provincial capital, Pali Alam, just 45 miles south of the capital, Kabul, from where our correspondent Yogita Limaye joins us now. Yogita.
In just a few days, we've seen the conversation in this city change from being about whether Kabul would fall to how quickly it would happen. People are looking towards their government for direction, and so far we haven't heard from President Ashraf Ghani. The longer he remains silent, the more speculation and rumours there are, given just how vulnerable a position his government is in because of the advance of the Taliban, especially since the start of Thursday. The biggest Taliban victory so far in their rapid march across the country. This is the centre of Kandahar city, a political and economic powerhouse. The Taliban were born in this province. To show off their gains, the group's fighters filmed themselves walking through the provincial governor's office and released this video showing a traffic policeman welcoming them. After days of fierce fighting, Afghan forces retreated. Here they're seen leaving the city. Pashtana Durrani worked to educate girls in Kandahar. She fled before it was captured.
I'm going to be very honest. I don't see any future. I don't have any hope. I'm furious. I'm sad. I'm lost. And it's just a lot of emotions.
How do you feel about the US and the UK sending in troops to evacuate their own nationals?
I was never against withdrawal. Withdrawal was never a problem. It's not that a few thousand of their troops would have defended the whole country. It's them legitimizing the deal. It's them legitimizing the Taliban. That's the problem.
Hours before Kandahar, Herat was also captured, a major trade center close to the border with Iran. In the weeks leading up to the fall, influential pro-government leader Ismail Khan had led the battle against the Taliban. Now he's been captured by the insurgent group. Helmand province, where British troops fought some of their fiercest battles, is also under Taliban control. 15 provinces falling in 7 days have raised questions about the future of the Afghan capital, Kabul.
What's happened here in just the span of a week has taken people here, the government and its international partners by surprise. Those who have the means are trying to get out of this country. Flights from Kabul are completely booked. But for a majority of the population, they're waiting to see how things will unfold with a mixture of fear, anger and resignation.
Many believe the government has let them down. I've had to flee from my hometown because the Taliban captured it. They killed 3 of my brothers. Afghan forces are not fighting, they're just handing over control, Gulab Shah says. The fighting is less than an hour from Kabul now, in the neighbouring Logar province. Many of the war wounded from there have been coming to this Kabul hospital. 14-year-old Ahmad Milad was injured in an explosion. He's lost an eye and had his arm amputated. One of my brothers was also killed in the fighting 1 year ago. If my mother finds out what's happened to me, she'll have a stroke, he says. More than 1,000 have been killed in the past month in a country engulfed by suffering. Yogita Limaye, BBC News, Kabul.